or listening, or both, to Rock Shop Live with Eric Broadbent. He's the Bent Broad.
Microphones for Rock Shop Live are brought to you by Rode Microphones. Now, here's your host from Ontario, Canada, guitarist Eric Broadbent.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Friday evening for a special edition of Rock Shop Live. It's been a while since I've done live broadcasts here, and it's actually almost like learning the process all over again. And it's almost like, being out of the music scene for quite some time, as I have been learning that all over again, too. So we have a very special broadcast this evening. We're going to be talking a little bit about Howzat. This band here, I've been putting it everywhere. Cheers to Howzat. Got anything in your mug there?
No, how about you?
Well, you got some in that one. Let's toast to that one. Cheers.
Oh, that is custom made.
There you go. Those are nice. Are those going to be available for sale?
They are.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic, Kevin's.
I don't know what the price tag on that stuff is, though. Is it?
I'm not sure.
First 5 subscribers get one free. Is that what we're doing?
Hey, we'll do some kind of promo for sure. But I just want to thank everyone for joining us this evening and their patience with me here on the YouTube channel. I think 2023 is going to be a good year for the channel. It's going to be good for music. I know this channel was built on the music foundation, and I'm going to get back to my roots with that this year. Still going to be doing some of the things like Gilliverse and all that good stuff as well too. But today's a very, very special day in the music world for us here in the band. So I'll introduce you here first and foremost, off to my right here, lead vocalist and founder of the band Howzat, Kevin Rudy.
How are you? How's everybody doing out there in, what is it?
YouTube land?
YouTube land. I see the screen, so I'm going to say a shout out to my nephew. I see him watching there.
What's your nephew's name?
Adam Rudy.
Fantastic.
Somewhere.
We've got a few people here, and I'll also apologize. I won't be able to type back in the chat here this time as well, too. But a big thank you to Jen, Karina, Eamon, and Renata, our moderators, for running the chat as well, too, because I wouldn't be able to do that without them. So thank you. And they're going by pretty fast now as well, too. So 78 EVH is here. Jen, my good buddy Dean from Barrie, Don Shepard, James from up in Ottawa is there, too. Rachel is there. There she is. Rachel's there. Pink Girl, let me see, I'm trying to catch all the names, Guitar Man 45, and I did see Ed B earlier in the chat there as well too. We'll try to say hi to everybody, and I do apologize if I miss your names. It's going to happen, just because I'm about 6-8 feet away from the TV and I'm blind as a bat, and yeah. So if you see any names as well too, Kev, as they go by, we'll say hi.
I'm as blind as you are, I think.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though that's a, 75-inch TV. We're that far away.
I know. I still. There's bobbleheads. There he is, Warren. Thank you, Warren. And that's the reason why Gilliverse is going to be back this year as well too. Thanks to that man right there, bobbleheads.com, and Warren and Rachel Royal. So we have some. We're going to make this kind of quick tonight because at 8 o'clock we're going to invite you all over to the Howzat channel, and my good team is going to be posting some links throughout the duration of this broadcast. We really want to get some subscriber love over on the Howzat channel, so please come on over at 8 o'clock. Even though you're going to see a video tonight on this channel here as a Music Gear Network exclusive, we want to get some love on the Howzat channel. So if you come over and subscribe, we'll work really hard, won't we?
We will. We will. We need some subscribers on that.
Yes, we need some Howzat love.
We need some of Eric's family.
Yes.
That's what we need.
Let's bring some music fans over there. And trust me, these guys are a good band. And I mean, I'm not taking myself out of the equation. Well, I'll talk about how blessed I was to find these guys. Or they found, Kevin's going to blindside me with a story here in a minute. Wait for this. It's a good one. But they're a great band, and it was a honor for me to become part of this band. And I think some of the people that have been asking for new music from me for years will be happy. But yeah, I just want a quick thank you to some other people that are making this happen tonight as well too. I mentioned Warren Royal from Bobbleheads. They're sponsoring another show of mine, but they make it possible to do what I do. But behind the camera, you can't see him right now, Eric Not So Jr.
You gonna wave, Eric?
There he is. He probably gets his hand in the scene.
We tried to get him to come out, but he wouldn't.
He wouldn't do it. Yeah.
We can always get him to play something.
We could do that. Yeah, he's good. Right. He's a good player for sure.
Uh-oh.
And you don't see him on the camera at the moment, but our good friend JP Huggins. A lot of people in the community know JP. He's over there running the computer for where I normally am, so he's taking care of that. So thank you to that. And again, I mentioned Jen, Renata, Eamon, and Karina, everybody. So thank you for that. So I want to turn this over to Kevin here in a second. And just before I do, coming up probably in about 15-20 minutes, we're going to show you the world exclusive premiere of Burn. We put a lot into that. We'll tell you the story of it. And we'll even show you another sneak peek of some music too. But Kevin, you know, it seems like it's been a while, but it seems like a few years we've been doing this, and it really hasn't. You guys have been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
But I'll turn it over to you and let you kind of share the story how you and I ended up.
How I ran into you?
Yeah.
Or how you ghosted me on Facebook?
Yeah, one of those things.
Story?
Yeah. Thank God for prepping me on this one, because I thought it was going to be a lot worse. But Kevin, you take it away.
Well, anyways, hello everybody. I had to see my brother on there telling me I'm nervous. That's probably a little true because I've never done any TV stuff. It's always been radio or behind the scenes.
Is this your brother that we borrowed the car from?
No, that's Steven.
Oh, okay.
That's brother Randy's done
Okay.
stuff. But
Oh, okay.
anyways, hi,
Okay.
Randy. Anyways, long story short, here, we'll just nip it. So I was, right before COVID hit, me and my former guitar player went our separate ways. We just did 17 years of doing acoustic Howzat and 5 years of doing the full band thing. And we started doing some originals. So then, long story short is that I started fishing around looking for guitar players, looking on Messenger, looking on Facebook, just wherever, Kijiji. And so Eric and I were friends on Facebook, but we never met. So anyways, I seen he was holding a guitar one day, so
He can hold the guitar.
So anyways, I sent him a message and they said, hey, we're looking for a guitar player. And he replied back, said, okay, I'll get back to you. So anyways, about 3 months later, I seen Eric posted an ad, he was looking for a band. But in the meantime, those 3 months, I was watching your YouTube channel.
Okay.
When you're sitting there rocking out, and I realized how good he was. So that was step one. So anyways, we hooked up, right, online.
Yeah.
Shot the shit a little bit, and we started writing some songs and some demos, and here we are.
I remember checking
years
out.
later.
I didn't know much about their music. I knew the name from the community, and I went to the YouTube channel right away. And one of the songs that struck me the most was "Tell Me." And I mean, everybody has their favorite songs. I'm not sure where that fits in Kevin's, favorites, but that was my favorite. I was like, wow, this is really cool. Had started off with this really cool riff, and there's like a really cool arpeggiated like effect on the keyboard, which is cool. And I thought, this is neat. So I started going down the rabbit hole and checking all their music. I was like, you know what, this is going to be really cool. And I was excited about it. I was really excited about it.
Yeah, no, plus we seemed to hit it off right away. So
Exactly.
That was the thing, like, when you meet new musicians and you're just, sure they can play, sure you can sing, sure you can play drums, whatever. But the chemistry from you and I was kind of pretty quick.
It happened, I know.
Yeah.
And in this business, like a lot of people that are watching right now are probably musicians themselves or music fans, or they have a musician in the family. And I find guitar players and singers, a lot of times it's almost like oil and vinegar. It can be. You know what I mean? At least it was in my experience over the years.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And especially if your lead singer plays guitar as well too. It's that extra friction.
I don't then.
Yeah, well, no, you're going to be playing guitar, but,
Well,
but like it's not your main
I
instrument.
strum a little bit, but it's not, no.
Yeah.
I'm not a guitar player like you guitar players.
But in some previous
Even
bands,
not like Junior neither.
like I've got one of my best friends from a previous band I was in. He was the lead singer in that band, and in the band we wanted to beat each other up. Outside of the band, like we're best friends, and it's rare to have the relationship that we have. Like it's not very often that we even oppose each other when it comes to creative ideas. Like,
I think we did a couple minor little thingamajiggies, but
yeah, but it's usually.
But there's more to come.
Yeah, there's more. The honeymoon's not over
I'm gonna
yet.
put my foot down one of these days.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do more drop D stuff.
Yeah.
Get away from the standard tuning stuff.
Well, that's what's really cool too, because I came from the school of everything was half step down,
Yeah.
Van Halen stuff my whole life, or singing with lower register singers. And so Kevin, he's like the Sammy Hagar and the David Lee Roth, both great singers. Sammy's got the higher range, you tune to E standard. So I was tuning to standard all the time, and Kevin's been used to that with the other musicians.
That's all we ever did was standard tuning.
Yeah,
Like
so
in the cover band days, everything was standard tuning, and all the stuff we did previously. Mm-hmm. I think we tried one drop D thing, and it kind of threw me for a loop, right? But
yeah. But now we've done half step down with a song called
tuning
Better
stuff.
Way, and even with Revolution, which we're looking forward to bringing your way. That's drop C, played in the key of G technically.
Plus
but
the octave tuning stuff we've right.
Yes, yeah.
So in Better Way is actually, speaking of Better Way,
Mm-hmm.
Better Way was the first demo that we wrote together. It was Eric, you had that song.
From previous band.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it got changed and against the way I wanted it.
We wrote rewrote, a Better Way.
Yeah, completely.
Speaking of Better Way, we're going to the studio in 2 weeks to record it. That's why I was leading up to it.
That's a good call. That's at about February 18th. Is that around the right time?
Yeah, Charterhouse Studios.
Yeah, they did the work that we're doing right now that you're going to hear tonight. And I think now is probably the appropriate time, too, to give a huge plug and thank you to Aaron.
Yeah, definitely.
Aaron Murray. A fantastic player. He plays guitar in a band called Bob Noxious. A lot of people know them from this area here. He's a phenomenal musician, and what he brought out of us as musicians and the sonic quality from I mean, I've worked with a few producers in my years, not a ton, but a few good ones, and he just raised our bar.
Well, that was. I've worked with a bunch of different people over the years, obviously with whatever. Right? So. But I knew going into this project, because it's more guitar oriented what we're doing.
Yeah.
Aaron would be a perfect fit for you.
Yes.
Right.
That's why you picked him. You told me that.
Yeah. Well, because we've opened up for Bob Knox a few times over the years and small talked with him, right? So, plus he's a guitar guy, so.
And that helped. You wanted that big guitar sound.
Yeah. No, it worked really well. So.
Yeah. Well,
so we're excited to go back with him.
It's going to be good. It felt really, really good, and it really anyone who's been in a recording studio, it teaches you a lesson quickly. Just when you think you might be okay as a guitar player or a bass player, a keyboard player, a drummer, whatever, and you get your butt handed to you very quickly if you're working with a good producer.
Somebody likes to drop C.
There you go. Who says to drop C? Oh, there you go. That's James. Yeah, some crazy tunings, James. We'll share that with you soon. Eamon says, if anyone likes rock metal or prog rock metal, this will be your jam. Thank you. I do find, I'll tell you a story in a little bit when we get to it, how the song came about, but I do feel the music has a bit, in my opinion, especially Burn, has a bit of an Avenged Sevenfold, obviously some Van Halen feel. What do you feel in the song?
Ooh.
That's a loaded question, isn't it?
Yeah. On Burn?
Yeah, what do you feel?
I don't know. Like, I go back to the first time you sent me the Burn ideas.
Are we going to use the M word? Are we going to use the M word?
No. You sent me
the biggest M word in the world right now.
At first, I liked some of the riffs you sent, but it kind of drew me to Metallica, obviously.
Okay. There we go. Oh, he said it. He said the M word.
Well, I thought you were going to say another M word.
What was I going to say? Oh, no, I know you're going. We might mention that one later. Yeah. Yeah, we try not to say Metallica. Metallica's freaking fantastic, but we didn't want to be like Metallica. We didn't want to sound like Metallica.
No, I don't know. Like, the bit of the feedback we got was a little bit of Alice in Chains, and it's because we did the lower and the higher vocals a lot on that on maybe, right?
Yeah, harmonies and some Guns N' Roses. I'm not really sure where that. I guess
me neither.
The low heart. Well, you know what? He hasn't heard. We're referring to Alan Cross in this case here. He hasn't heard "Hang On." If he hears "Hang On," he might say Guns N' Roses for sure.
You think so?
With the vocal only.
I kind of think that we're just kind of doing our own thing, and how you're not influenced by people your whole life is. It impacts your music.
Oh, I know. Like I said this the other day somewhere in one of my Facebook posts, I can't pick up a guitar without playing a Van Halen riff, even if I try not to.
Or painting them.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it's like, it's just a little thing. And it's almost like your go-to thing you do.
Yeah.
And it's just in your DNA. So, I'm sure that's the same with vocals too.
It's interesting to get people on their chat, their feedback. There's somebody saying
Dream Theater even saying
Revolver a bit.
Okay, that's cool. I can take that even. That's a very, very nice compliment. So 78 EVH, that's my good friend Dean from up in Barrie. He's asking any shows coming up. So we've been building everything in the studio, and the furthest thing from our goals were to play live, but we hadn't worked that way. But we're starting to get the festivals coming in.
Yeah. We've. Well, I handle a lot of that stuff, obviously.
Oh, thank you.
I've done it for years. It's like a control freak thing, but. Anyways, we applied for a lot of festivals. We got a promoter down in Peterborough who's shopping some shows for us in Toronto area, Kitchener area, and we're playing the London International Food Fest in June in London. So that one's booked, and we have about a half dozen floating around right now. We just haven't signed the contract.
That's good.
And I know we're going to go to Windsor, right?
Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So we got lots coming. It's just starting to drum them up again. So.
I know we'll be having our links thrown out by our grid team here throughout the evening, but also look at, I'll just say it right now as well too, howzatrocks.com. That's the go-to place for everything. You can follow all of our socials there, and you find out tour schedules will be on that website as well too. But
I'm gonna say hi to Deb Harnett there.
I see that.
Known her since Eddie's and Stratford days, right?
Wow. And she says you have an awesome voice, and I have to say,
she's pretty cool. I don't see her often, but I think we've seen her at. I don't know, it might have been when we opened up for Uriah Heep a few years back, I think. My
Okay.
memory's any good. I think so. Hi, Deb.
Yeah. Very nice, very nice. So we will share the dates with you for sure. And pardon me if I'm looking away from the camera. I'm just catching some of the comments on the screen. Yeah, and it's nice too because Eamon's saying it's just a new Howzat, and it's nice. It's a nice different thing. My goal was coming in as a new guitar player, and I never look at it as replacing. I have the utmost respect for the previous guitar player. I think he's a phenomenal player. Does some things that I can't do, and I was worried that we're going to change the sound too much. For the I didn't want to lose your fan base, right?
No, we're definitely taking the band in a new direction now.
Because I know you said before you had hoped sometimes to have a little heavier edge, a little bit here and there.
Yeah, I wanted to get a little bit more aggressive than what we were doing before. And not saying what we did before
was wrong,
no, it was really well. We wrote some killer songs and stuff, right? And did a lot of years with that guitar player. But I'm glad now that we've gone a little bit more heavier.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I've noticed how...
And I know our drummer, Jared, who's in Toronto tonight, he's probably smiling because it's a little heavier.
Yeah. He's as heavy. We sometimes have to put a throttle on him because, I like heavy music to a point, but he loves it. That's his thing, so we have to kind of keep a harness on it a little bit. But it's good and he's younger too. He's the youngest in the band, and I think that brings a good element to us too.
He's a Chatham boy.
Yeah.
It's all this Chatham stuff.
It must be something in our water here or something. I think it's the ethanol plant here or something that we're all breathing. I don't know what it is. It's something. It's something. But let's see how we're doing on time. We are at 7:17. We're doing very, very good on time. So we're doing good on that. We'll be looking at the, it was mentioned at International Food Fest, so June 23rd. Is that when we're playing?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you for sharing that as well, too. So I think what we'll do here in a second, we should talk about the songwriting as we alluded to earlier, but Kevin and I kind of did something a little unorthodox. I guess it's not unorthodox when it comes to the pandemic, but we started writing a lot through Zoom. And that was pretty cool.
I think everybody did, though.
Well, they did.
Really?
They did. But even coming out of it, I think we're on...
Which we met coming kind of on the tail end of it, supposedly.
We did, and wherever we wanted...
It's even gone. Is it gone?
Well, I don't know. I was at Walmart today, and there's a million test kits at the front of the store, so free ones, of course.
But that's kind of... We hit the tail end of it and started doing our thing.
Yeah,
right?
And because I live an hour and about 15, well, actually from Kevin's house, I live 2 hours away from Kevin, but from our rehearsal hall in London, I have about an hour and 15. And sometimes it's not conducive to just get down there and go rehearse, so we'll still use Zoom. And we'll come up with ideas. The biggest thing what we do is we'll come up with, like I'll have the riff, I'll show Kevin the riff, and what he'll do, you drive around town and while you're working and listen to it.
All day long.
Yeah. And then you'll send me an audio recording. Hey, listen to this melody.
I'll be driving down the road and he's sent me some guitar riffs, and it's usually before 10 a.m. in the morning, because the time I get out of the house, get driving, I don't listen to any other music.
Good.
If we got new music on the go.
Yeah.
So I plug in the Bluetooth and I got Eric cranking in my ear. And so by 10 a.m. usually I'm sending voice audios that are really freaking bad to Eric, texting them about, hey, what do you think of this melody? What do you think of that melody?
And it's good.
And I shouldn't send them because they're horrible, but they get the point across.
No, and that's the thing. Neither one of us are ever afraid. That's the one thing that's really good about that. We're not afraid, because I'll record some things sloppy as heck, and it's like sometimes I'll say to him, ignore the quality. It's just he's like, we don't even have to say that to each other anymore. We just know, right? And it works. Yeah. It really, really works. Hey, there he is. There's James from Band and Souls. Hey, fellas, new song is great. Looking forward to seeing the video.
Oh, that new song kicks ass.
Yes, I love it.
You guys should check that out, Band and Souls.
We're highly, highly recommended. Yeah. I've had the pleasure of playing with those guys many times. I know you guys probably have.
Yeah, we did numerous shows with them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a good bunch of guys.
They're going strong, and
their video's really cool.
It's really good.
The new one, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like the Plague Doctor kind of look to it. Even Junior had some really cool Plague Doctor stuff at one time. It was really neat. His was all white, whereas James was all in the black. Plague Doctor said it was quite cool.
My nephew again. How many videos have you done? How does Burn rank on the list? Well, I'm going to ask my nephew, have you not watched them all?
He might be in trouble if he hasn't watched them all, eh? Yeah. No, your videos
Burn
are good.
is the best one, Adam, so far. Mm-hmm. Definitely. The best story, and which you guys will see soon enough, and an amazing actress.
Yeah. I guess what we'll do is I'm going to go a little off kind of schedule here a little bit.
You should just throw that script in the garbage.
Well, no, I'm still keeping it for a guide. I need that's my safety rope. When anyone watches my show, you'd be surprised at how many of these notes I have during a live show.
I see a lot of pen scribbling out.
Oh yeah. We took some things out. This is the director's cut. But we'll show one thing. We'll talk testimonial. So the video, I'm going to tell you in a moment how the song came about, stuff like that. But we did get some feedback from someone, you know, in the Hollywood scene that I was quite pleased with. Vince Gilligan. And so Vince Gilligan, for those of you that don't know who he is, he's worked with X-Files. He's creator of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, and El Camino, something I'm very fond of during my Gilliver show. But we had a few people that got to see this video prior to, you know, tonight, and Vince checked out. So I'm going to have JP call up over on the screen. He's got a testimonial from Vince. So he's got it on the screen there as well. I love my assistants. They're fantastic. Thank you, JP. And I'm just going to, it's on the screen too, but I'll read you what he said. So he said, I'm going to try to censor it a little bit too. I didn't know if Vince Gilligan swore. So he says, hey, dear Eric, is that you playing the guitar in the video? Holy, I had no idea. Dude, you're effing shredding it. You're amazing. Also, I love this song. It starts off good, but then really kicks in with the chorus, which is now stuck in my head like an earworm. I like that.
That's pretty cool.
I like that. You know, I've never had an earworm, but imagine it.
I'll take an earworm.
There you go. When it comes to, yeah. And you know what? It's that melody of that chorus. And you loved the chorus. When you come up with that, you really liked it.
Yeah.
And,
I think that was the first thing that jumped on me. But
yeah. So it's like a trip in a musical time machine. It takes me back to the power guitar 80s before autotune was invented and everything began to suck. That makes me miss my 20s. Also, you did an excellent job directing it, my friend. Very well framed and well shot, and it is particularly well edited. Fantastic. Keep them coming, both the music and the videos. Congratulations to you and the whole band, and you're welcome to use this however you see fit. Happy 2023 and best wishes, Vince. So that was pretty cool. Thank you, Vince Gilligan, and thank you to Vince's assistants, Melissa and everyone too, for helping facilitate that. So it was quite cool, and thank you, JP, for queuing that up as well too. And as Karina says, and Jen, Vince Gilligan, how awesome is that? Straight from the Gilliverse. So, yeah, and I mean, do you feel, like I've always thought, like I'm stuck in the 80s. I am stuck in the 80s. Do you feel our music is 80s or just maybe
our stuff?
Yeah, a flavor bit?
Well, I guess we grew up on it, so I don't know how it's not influenced a little bit of it.
It's going to be in there somewhere, right?
And I still got the 80s hairdo happening.
You do?
So.
You do?
So it don't matter.
But I've always said
it's
too.
got a little bit, but I mean, you know, every band draws on whatever. I mean, you grew up on.
I think if, like I've always said, if I got stuck in a time machine and I ended up in the 80s and I said, sorry, you're out of gas, you can't get back,
that'd be all right.
I could live it.
Yeah.
I could. I'm not going to do the hair thing again. I'm not going to do
had no money back in the 80s.
Well, which changed? Well, you. Nothing has changed much for me. Maybe if the our EP goes platinum, what can we shoot for? Like ceramic or like, what's tinfoil made out of? Aluminum? Can we go aluminum?
I don't know. Sure.
And we'll see. We set our goals realistic, not platinum. Let's go aluminum. Yeah. That's fantastic. So maybe what we'll do here at this point, we'll talk about how the story came. Kevin kind of alluded to it, but I guess I don't even know how long ago this was, but my girlfriend was over, Maggie Walker was over.
Hold on. Wasn't it like your first date? Wasn't it the first time she was in Chatham?
I don't know.
I think
I didn't live in Chatham. I lived in
Ridgetown. I kind of think it was, but anyways, not to interrupt.
Well, no, not our first.
I know it's a love story, so I'm like.
Yeah, well, I don't think it was definitely not our first date because I'd been to her place a few times but it was in a very early into our relationship.
For sure.
Very early into our relationship. And so she's over and we're watching a documentary, and since how he said the M word, Metallica. Yeah. We're watching what's it called? Some kind of monster or something, right? I think that's what.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Yeah, no, I know. It's probably a good thing you weren't. You would have been in the way. But anyways, I think it was some kind of monster, and I do recommend that documentary greatly because it's a great documentary, and we were loving it. We were loving the thing, and so Maggie said to me after, she said, "Do you have any music that sounds like Metallica?" And I said, "No, but do you want to go write some?" And she, all right, so we stopped the thing before we were even done, went into my little home studio and started writing the riff that became Burn. And it was a little different. It had it was more on the lines of Metallica than maybe
in the beginning, I think.
Yeah, kind of had a bit of a Sandman riff, and it's still cool. But several people listened to it as well too, and it did have a Metallica flavor. So we kind of tried to get out of that.
In the shaker.
Yeah. So
and twisted it around.
So we did that, and then we sent it off to Kevin. Kevin, came back with some feedback, and then he started writing some melodies and some lyrics to it and said, you guys want to contribute to it as well too. And so Maggie and I sat there for about an hour one night just writing some lyric ideas too. And I think we probably only used maybe 2 or 3 words potentially.
Yeah,
but
keywords though.
yeah, like the 4 a.m.
No, there's some keywords that led to the whole lyrical content of the story. 100%.
Yeah, and it came from a story that she shared with me, and I won't go into the story per se, but I can give you an idea of what the nucleus is. It's about a very, very bad person who's done something wrong. Like sometimes you watch these cop shows and, someone's going to get sentenced to a crime and they're at the courthouse and then, they're going to get their due diligence or their sentencing, whatever. And their punishment or whatever it may be, but then walks out and someone takes care of justice on them on their own. So that's what we're doing. And so I think she had reached out to you and said, can you make this person or this demon, so to speak, can you make him burn? Do you remember that? Yeah. And we're like, okay.
I thought, what the hell? Okay. I'm pretty good at writing dark lyrics.
Yep. So that's what we did. We wrote this whole script. We wrote the story, and the video will portray that as well too. So I wrote the script, and it was my first time ever directing something. It was fun, and it was scary.
It was pretty challenging.
It was challenging. And there's some scenes, we won't want to give anything away, but there's some scenes that we chopped out of the video that I think actually made it better, because we took some things away that we thought we needed
from the script.
Yeah,
no, for sure.
Almost like
we thinned it out a little bit.
Almost like the ending, which we won't say why, because we don't want you to think, oh, it would be better if we told you what was in it. But we took a major component out. We thought, is it still going to be believable?
Yeah.
And like any good horror movie that you watch, like tell me if you agree with me, like, okay, you can see a guy shoot somebody and you're like, oh, or like you see that gun coming out and they cut around the scene and you hear the bang, and sometimes it could be more emotional knowing that that person got shot.
Yeah.
So
totally.
We used some things like that, and it was, my idea was to try to follow the cool styling of Vince Gilligan. I mean, a first-time director. I mean, just trying to do something fun. That's all I wanted to do, and I think we pulled it off. So let's see how we're doing on time. We can probably jump over to that right now. So you know what? And I'm going to cue it up. So this is, let's make sure I got everything I want to say about it. So again, yeah, it is a fictitious story, just so we don't have any lawyers contacting us and saying,
yeah, no,
it's all good. It's fictitious. When do we have those things? No one was harmed in the video, and the people's names are.
I think didn't I break a vertebrae or something in the back of that video?
Oh, there's some scenes where he was physically.
To, which we'll mention after.
Yeah. So why don't we do that right now? We're going to queue up. This is the first time seeing Burn, and then we do kindly invite you to join us on the Howzat channel after, because what you're going to see right now is 1080p, and it's being streamed, so it's going to look like 420p probably. It's going to look like you're on an Android phone, and I'm just saying that just to make my son upset because he uses an Android phone, and I'm sorry. He just shot me in the finger. Did you see that?
He shot you the finger.
He shot me the finger. No, but over on the Howzat channel, when we have the premiere at 8 o'clock tonight, it's going to be 4K and beautiful. But I'm going to turn it over to the good hands of JP. Here we go. We hope you like this. Let us know as it's playing. Share us in the chat what you think. All right, so let's Well, we're back. What does everybody think? Jen says, come to the U.S. We've seen some nice comments. That's pretty nice what we're seeing there so far.
No, it's really cool.
Fantastic. And Will Dunham from The Dreamer's Life does Howzat Want to Hang with a Dreamer? We'll hang with you any day of the week, Will. You let us know for sure. We'd love to come and join you. Now, how is that possible? I'm seeing... JP, what you're supposed to be working over there. What are you doing?
Are they asking questions? Or?
He's asking questions. You know, JP, you could just say, hey, Eric, what's JP saying? He says, what was the most difficult part of shooting that awesome video, and what was your favorite part? Oh, I know what was the most difficult for Kevin.
So do I.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Other than the cold.
We had to... JP, you can show that comment. See where it says Deb. You can hit. It's okay. Good, awesome. Or maybe one of my moderators got it. It's okay too. Okay, there he is, Rui. You see him?
There he is.
There Rui. He is. So that amazing bass tone you heard on the record there, that's Rui Duarte. Am I saying this in the last name right?
I call him Rui Duarte. But he's a good buddy of mine for years. He used to play with us back in the cover band days. So. Killer job, Rui.
Rui is no longer with us at the moment. No. He's with us in spirit every time we play that song.
He did our studio tracks.
Oh my God! Even Aaron, our producer, is watching him play, and it's just like, I don't think he saw.
He's a pro.
He is, and he was making us. He was teasing us like, hey, Eric, it's taking you like 6 hours to do your guitar tracks. I did my bass in 30 seconds. What's it? Right?
I'm glad Rui joined in. I was going to message you today, Rui. I just got busy driving in the snowstorm to Chatham.
Yeah, I know. Well, good. See, I like little cues, and Kevin just gave me a cue because Rachel was asking earlier, and someone else was asking, where's Dan? Dan, our keyboard player, Dan Ransom. I was almost going to say Rand Dansom because I'm dyslexic sometimes. Dan Ransom. He couldn't make it down because his part of London is snowed in, so he's not here. He's here with us in spirit. We mentioned Rui. Rui was with us, no longer with us, but always with us. Yeah. We do have a new bass player with us now. We'll talk about that soon. And our drummer we alluded to earlier, J-Rad Sterling. Yeah. I think it's jradsterling.com. You can look up his website, see what he's doing, and endorsed by some great people like Pearl.
He's off working and making some money tonight.
Yes, exactly. And we're spending money here tonight.
Are we?
Yeah, well, a little bit. I spend a little bit.
On what? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Beer.
Yeah. But I didn't even spend money on this. Maggie gave me this. Yeah.
That was in the rider.
That was, we needed, no brown M&Ms, and thank you, Maggie.
Maggie sent that?
Yeah, Maggie sent that. Yeah, she sent that for us. So that's why Dan's not with us. We wish he could be here.
Yeah, the weather was... I live up the other side of Grand Bend. From Grand Bend to number 2 highway was a nightmare driving. I didn't think I was going to make it, but I called you how many times today? We got completely hammered whiteout conditions the whole way. Yeah. So I'm glad I made it. Dan couldn't get out of London, so that happened.
We didn't know what we're going to do. Like, obviously, we want people to be safe. And I was thinking, okay, like, we don't do the live broadcast. We do the stream at 8 o'clock. Do we reschedule? And then we can't reschedule because everything's out now. So it worked out. All the gods looked over us, and we're good that way. So very, very lucky. Yeah. But I guess, so going back to the difficult scene, getting the water poured on you, the gasoline. Right?
Yeah, that was fun.
And we had to save that one until the very
last scene.
Yeah, because it was cold. We probably shot until about 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was cold.
We were into November then.
We were just before the snow. Yeah. Like days after it started.
Yeah, we
snowing.
shot the video out behind my daughter's house out in Crediton. So. Mm-hmm. Remember when we lit the fire? The initial fire for that scene, when we lit the fire, it was so over the top, we had to move all the cars in the background because all the embers were going on my brother's brand new Mustang. Oh, not brand new, but freshly painted Mustang.
My Camaro as well. Those were our 2 cars.
So we had to move the cars because the embers were going on the cars, and it was wild, that initial fire.
The funny,
the fire department didn't come because it was high.
I know it was. It was about 14 feet or something.
It was huge.
I know. The simpler way to do this would have been to green screen it, and there's some scenes in there. I mean, I challenge people to look at some of the photography that it looks green screen. You walking downtown London looks green screen. It's so good that it looks green screen, and the fire scenes of me playing by the fire, which was Dan's idea. Thank you, Dan. That's a great idea. It would have been much easier for me to go against a green screen and put some fire behind it. And remember, every time I would do my scenes, it took maybe about 4.
Didn't you melt your boots?
I did. The metal in the front of my cowboy boots melted, and my blue guitar, which you can probably see kind of in the distance over there, I thought for sure the finish was going to bubble and burst on that guitar. It would split because it was insane. absolutely insane. Like this one arm, I forget which one arm it was now, but I had burns on the arm. But it was worth it.
But it all went really smooth.
It did.
Right? So which will lead us into who's the actress?
The actress is fantastic. So that, do we mention her last name or do we just give her a first name for now?
No, we can do Townsend as her last name. That's
Townsend?
still her legal name.
Okay, all right. So Dee Townsend.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Yep.
So she played the female, I guess we could say victim. I guess
or star.
Or yes, she is a star, but she's portraying the role of the victim from our story.
And that was her first time doing any actressing work at all.
I know.
Ever. She did a killer job.
Yeah, did a really good job. And so Kevin plays the role of the bad guy. We don't even know who the bad guy, what his name is. Yeah. We won't even give him a name. But and the funny thing about that, you see Kevin coming out of the courthouse in London, and I guess the Ontario government doesn't like you filming on the property.
Yeah, we got booted off the courthouse in London.
So luckily we did a test shot.
Yeah.
That shot you see is a test shot, and they come out. We had Paul Blart Mall Cop come out, and
it was kind of ridiculous.
He was, and we were planning on lighting a fire. The letter work, which we still have. We might do a little contest on the road. We'll give it away from the prop. But Kevin crumpled up and threw it away. We were going to light that on fire at the courthouse. I imagine we probably would have spent some time in the courthouse if we did that.
Yeah. It was almost comical how he booted us out, or tried to boot us out.
He comes out and he's like this. It's like we're not out there with protest signs,
No, and it was 7 o'clock at 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night, whatever it was.
I know.
But it was good.
But thank God we did the test shot, because that scene was crucial, because Kevin's coming out with his, his possessions bag, his wallet, his sunglasses,
another
smokes.
Night in jail.
Yeah, another night in jail. Just average Tuesday for a rock musician, right?
Yeah. That was too funny.
No, but there was some fun scenes. The water was the gasoline was a tough one, and then I remember lighting the fire when Dee lit the fire at the end there. I think we had 3 matches in our book.
Yeah.
And we had no more gas.
And there was no more gas.
We had no more gas. It
was like midnight on a Sunday night, I think.
There's no way to get gas.
Not in Crediton, Ontario.
Oh.
No.
So it's like. And you can we're going to show you a behind the scenes video down the road, and you actually hear J-Rad say, you can just light the book and throw the whole book down. But fortunately, it all worked.
But Dee, backing around, she did a phenomenal job from start to finish in this video.
She did. Yeah. She did. She was stalking. Her character was stalking Kevin in the video.
Really good.
Yeah. So we hope we delivered the feeling of that. We were anxious to hear your thoughts too as well. You can maybe after this video is done, you can comment and say what you think the video means to you or what the story means. We'd love to hear it. And who knows, man? It's it's pretty cool.
What is the Dreamer's life on there?
That's Will Dunham. He wants us to do a 45-minute recorded interview. So March 13th. Yeah, we could probably make that work. Yep. We'll see what we can do. We'll be in touch for sure, and I'll hook you up. I'll put you in touch with Kevin as well too, and we'll maybe schedule it through Kevin, and we'll do that for sure.
I'm just going to say hi to my daughter at UWO Huron University in London, Ontario. Hi, Rach. I'm reading your comments.
And
you don't know what it takes to get a university daughter to follow you and support what you're doing. It's tough.
It's tough, eh?
Oh yeah. They're into curling. School.
I'll even ask him when I'm saying him. I'm talking about my son behind the camera. Like, hey, did you see what I posted? Or did you see this video? Whatever. Nope. That's him. Nope.
Too bad, Dad. I'm busy writing my own stuff.
Exactly. There's my good friend Brian. Brian Cote, 6-string Brian. Thank you so much, Brian. It means a lot. As a musician yourself, I really appreciate that. Pink Girl says, reminded me of the 80s and early 90s I grew up with. That's great. I like that. I'll take that compliment all day long, because that's where I live, is the 80s and 90s.
No, I think Pink Girl is the lady who I work with, Sharon Williams in London.
Okay.
Is that right? Yeah. Is that you, Anna? I think it is. So.
That's cool. Yep. So reminds me of Kobe of the episode.
My daughter. I silently, my daughter.
Okay.
I silently support. Don't even. I stay quiet, too humble to you. What?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
She must be drinking wine.
It's a family affair. Raymond says. He says, fantastic. And I'm not sure if you saw one of my kitty cats just ran by the camera here. He's getting the heck out of Dodge. It's too loud in here for him. So we're doing really good on time. We're at 7:44. So I'm going to set this up real quick. In a second, we're going to listen to another song. You're not going to have a video for this one. We actually are going to start writing a script for this one and filming soon. But this is a song called Hang On, and Kevin talked about earlier about the octave sounding kind of thing, and I could give you a band example. There you go. So you're right on that, Ada. Did I say that right?
Ida.
I don't want to say, because I've already shot myself in the foot by saying Metallica earlier, but I don't want to say who influenced me on this song, Hang On, but there's an octave, a strong octave on the guitar, which makes this song unique.
Do I even know that?
Want me to say it?
No. No, I'm going to guess.
Okay, go guess.
Because I don't know if you told me, Satriani.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
But Satriani makes his way into Revolution.
Okay, so it wasn't what I
Okay,
thought.
go try again. Let's go for it.
What?
Guess again. I'll say who it is.
That influenced you on this song that you're going to play, these guys?
And
Hang On?
Yeah, and I might have even told you the other day the singer had a high voice, and I'm like bad at giving clues.
You got to give me another clue. Give those guys a clue.
Okay, think of a band.
How old is he?
Angry. What does a person have if they're angry? They have.
Well, everybody's angry in the world.
What do they have if you, or if they have a temper tantrum and they smash something and they starts with an R.
Cry.
No, they.
Rage?
Our JP says.
Oh, Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I did know that. I don't know where my head's at.
So I'm a big fan of Tom Morello,
Yeah.
and so there's some Rage Against the Machine that worked its way into here. So we are at 7:46, 8 o'clock, top of the hour. Please, we'll have our team post one more time the live stream link over on the Howzat channel. We really want subscribers, please. And we don't want just numbers. We don't want numbers on the channel, just have numbers.
Hi.
We want you, okay? And we're gonna play for you, rock for you. We want the subscribers on the Howzat channel.
Yep.
So 8
I'm gonna
o'clock.
drive them up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
8
steal all your subscribers. Is that the plan?
Yes, please. Let's do it. I'll share them.
And don't forget to come to all our social media sites, but come to our website and spend $1 and you get your own live version.
Yes, howzatrocks.com. We would love that. We'd love that.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a better treat. I know you've already seen the video, but you're going to see it in 4K at the top of the hour. So we're going to play Hang On for you right now. In just a second, I'll have JP queued up. But I guess if we probably still have time to say thank you after. So let's do that right now. We're going to give you the internet exclusive of Hang On. Let us know it, just like you did with Burn, in the chat, how you like it as you're listening to it. Here we go.
Standing on the corner with a Gucci bag in play. Off the
We're back. How'd you like that one? Hang On. Second new cut from Howzat. That'll be coming up on our upcoming EP. As we mentioned earlier, we're going to be in the studio again February 18th, doing 3 more songs.
3 more, yep. And then we're going to come out with the EP, and we're going to release that one as a single. Is that the plan?
I think so.
Unless something changes between now and then.
Yeah, so this has been fun. We do want to wrap up really quickly so we can actually take our stuff, like our wires off, and go jump over and participate with you on the Howzat channel. So again, too, join us over on the Howzat channel, youtube.com/HowzatRocks.
Yep, I'm going to say hi to the grandkids watching. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Jackson. They stayed up late. They were allowed.
Thank you for staying up and watching us. We appreciate your support more than you know. It's fantastic.
Yeah. No, it was very awesome. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
We really appreciate this, and again, too, we'll jump over and see us on the Howzat channel. We'll watch the premiere there too. We're going to crank it up on the stereo here and just watch as what it's like to watch with everybody else, and not have to worry about a live stream and all that good stuff. But thank you for your patience with me too. I'm it's like all new again, learning this stuff, going live streaming. But I'll be back with Gilliverse and all that good stuff as well too. So this has been fantastic. You want to play something before we go?
What do you want to hear?
I don't know. What about? Do you know the chords to Bitch?
You tell me, I might know them.
You got B and D. You know what? Here.
You don't even know them.
No, I do. Here, you want to sing? Want to sing?
No, I thought you wanted me to play it.
Okay, so B, D, A, G.
Play it with me.
Yep. D, A, G.
Let the guitar player do it.
Okay.
I think I wrote it with my buddy too, but you want to? This is a spur of the moment thing.
All right, here we
Want
go.
to try this?
Let me see what I do in time. We're
We're gonna do a little bit of this, and then we're gonna catch up.
Okay, ready? We're doing it. 1, 2,
We know the
3,
song.
4, and verse.
Let me whisper in your ear, show you that I have no fear. Praying to your God, rainy days and tears of blood. I have wondered so many times just to be with. That's it. That was an improv of something we were throwing together.
Coming your way soon. Nice little chord here.
I didn't know we were doing that.
I didn't know we were doing it either.
Especially when you're telling me to play guitar. That's hilarious.
All right. See you over on the Howzat channel. Thank you so much. And I'm going to have JP set it to our outro. We love you so much.
Come grab a mug.
Grab a mug.